Apple's HomePod has been out for a few weeks now, and I've had the opportunity to listen to it the past few weeks. And every day I've come in the office and listened to it for several hours, listened to a lot of different genres, and have formed a really good opinion about it. And I thought that I would share that opinion with you, just tell you what's good, what's bad, what I like, what I don't like, and hopefully help you determine if you want to buy this thing or not. And overall, the speaker is very good. It sounds awesome. It's a very small speaker. It looks maybe big in this video, but it's really tiny, and it's 9 inches tall, and it has a really big sound for the size. And that's the thing that I'm most impressed with. It actually has a lot of science going behind the sound of this speaker. There are 7 tweeters that go around this speaker, and it has a huge subwoofer in the top, so it has this 360 sound. And it also has sensors that go around the speaker that determine how far away objects are from the speaker, things like walls and large objects. So the speaker actually adjusts its sound, its volume at each tweeter based on how close things are, and it gives you a tailored experience for your environment. And it's an amazing sound. You take it in a large room, it adjusts. You take it in a smaller room like this one, it adjusts as well. It sounds great. And one of the coolest things is this thing is adjusting in real time with the music that it's playing in seconds. This thing is changing and adapting based on its environment. It's not something that you have to configure in every room that you go to and hit test, configure. No, there's none of that. And the controls on it are very simple. There's a plus and minus button, volume up, volume down, tap in the middle to stop the music. And overall, it's pretty cool. I really wish that they would have added a feature where you could go around the rim of it to turn it up and down. That could be cool, but a little bit too complicated. Apple likes to keep things simple, which is good. But the speaker is great, but then there's the smart functionality to it as well. It actually has some pretty big brains in it. It has an A8 chip, which is one of Apple's older chipsets. Still great for a smart speaker, and has, of course, Siri inside. And Siri is, of course, a little behind the times when it comes to AI. It's not the smartest assistant. Google Assistant probably would be my favorite. But Siri does some things very well. If you know how to use Siri, if you know what she does well, she works well for you. Because sometimes people ask Siri to do something and she can't do it. If you already knew that she couldn't do it, you just wouldn't ask her, But that's not a good smart assistant. So no excuses, Apple. You should definitely make Siri better. But Siri, the one thing that really bothers me about Siri on the HomePod is she can't call people. Hey Siri, call my wife.
I can't help you make calls on HomePod. Sorry about that.
This is a smart speaker. Something that sits in your office, in your house. You think you would be able to make a phone call with it. Google Smart Assistant on all of it. The mini, the regular size, the max. You can make phone calls on it. And it doesn't even use your phone. And if you pair your phone number with it and it knows your phone number, it'll appear like it's your phone number to whoever you're calling, although it's calling from a different number. Magic, Google, not Apple. HomePod can't do that, and it should at least tether with your iPhone, which is sitting in my room with me, and say, oh, he wants to call somebody. I'll use his iPhone to do it, but port the audio over to here. But no, it doesn't do that, so that thing really bothers me. But other than that, the speaker sounds great. So how does the HomePod stack up to other smart speakers? And I will say this, that the HomePod is the best sounding smart speaker in its category. There's no other smart speaker that sounds like this. This is the best sound. And it also has a few other blue ribbons that I want to give it, but I will mention that there are a lot of other smart speakers out there that are a much better assistant and cost starting at $30, Google Home Mini. It's very good on both ends. It's really a consumer's market. You've got so much to choose from, but it all depends on what you value. And one thing, if you are really into music and listening to things in high quality, this is great, but if you're not in the Apple ecosystem, it's not going to be a good experience for you because there's so many things that you probably won't be able to enjoy. Like if you're a big Spotify person or use another third-party music service, if it's not Apple Music, it's not going to work with Siri. You can't just talk to it and tell it to play music for you. You're going to have to AirPlay it, which requires, yes, an Apple device. But on the other end of things, you have all these different smart assistants that can help you for way cheaper, but they're not going to sound like this thing. So it's, all about what you value. But I really think that this thing, I will go on a rant here with the HomePod, and really it's more about Apple than the HomePod. They have created a developer environment with their third-party integrations for home services. So that means everything that's in the Home app, all of your HomeKit stuff that's going on, all your smart products that are coming into the houses, switches, smart bulbs, all these different like smart curtains, smart locks, smart garage door, all these things work so much better with Siri because Siri works so fast with these things. I have a lot of smart lights in my house where I can say, hey, she who must not be named, turn this on or off, and it happens quickly in seconds. But when I use something like a Google Assistant that's hooked up to the exact same hardware, I can tell them both. The Google Assistant take like 3 seconds. It's like a long pause before the lights come on or off. But with HomeKit, using HomePod or my iPhone or any other Apple device I have, it is instant. It's like a second at the most. And that's one thing that I will say is that your smart home products work better with the Apple ecosystem. So in conclusion, this is a great sounding speaker. I've really enjoyed it. And if you're thinking about getting it, I would recommend that you have both Apple Music and be in the Apple ecosystem to experience this thing to the fullest, because it is a great product, but if you don't have those two things, it's nowhere near as much fun. So I would recommend saving your money, spending it elsewhere. But guys, I wanted to let you know that I'm still giving away an iPhone X 256 gig, guys. So don't miss out on that. All you have to do is fill out this form in the description below, and when I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm giving this guy away. So make sure you're subscribed. Go fill out that form below in the description, and thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.